Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to part 7 of my rally builds for GT Sport Series. So far the results are very split, and with last week's AMG coming in just ahead of the Focus Group B rally car, I'm hopeful that this week's entry can do exactly the same. It's the 22B from this month's update, and I don't think we're going to have too much of a problem with this. I've been playing around with the settings, I've been sort of messing around a little bit, but obviously without taking it all the way around the track, and it seems like a complete monster. We might even have something here to compete with the R34, although that time that the R34 set is very, very difficult to beat. With everything else I've taken around there's nothing coming close. But who knows, this could be the one. If you haven't been keeping up with the rally series that I've had here on the channel for a little while now, the idea behind this is to just have 3 lap attempts on the Sardegna Windmills racecourse. I'm not allowed to have any full lap practices before the event itself, so what you see will be literally my first 3 attempts around the course with this car. When I am tuning the vehicle, I am allowed to play around with it a little bit, use certain sections of the course just to see, you know, for example, what sort of speed I'm going to get up to down the straight and tune it accordingly. But other than that, this is going to be a fresh run. So, as you might expect, I probably will bash into a few walls. I think most people would, having not used the car before. But it's been the same for all the other cars, so it seems the fairest way to test. And the other big thing is that every single car has had the traction control set to 1 since the beginning of this series. Obviously I can't change that, that's just the way I decided to do it in the first place. However, if you are going to be using this build for yourself, you might want to turn the traction control off. The car will be a little bit more responsive, but equally a little bit sort of more unmanageable at the same time. The time I'm attempting to beat is actually one of the standard rally cars within the game that's first offered up to you. It's the Ford Focus Group B rally car, which came in with a time of 1:24.689. So anything over that I'll be really happy with, but at the same time, being the 22B, I'm expecting it to be a lot quicker than that. If you haven't been following the rally series from the beginning, please make sure you go back and check some of them out. There's been some big surprises along the way and some really interesting results. I'll take you over now to the settings that I've come up with for the 22B today, and I'll explain a little bit further. So for the dirt build here for the 22B, you're going to need to take the power level all the way up there to 186% or level 5, which is going to give you 540 brake horsepower. Also with the weight reduction, I've taken that all the way down on this particular build, so it's taken it to 86% there, which is 1092 kilograms. Traction control, as I mentioned earlier, is set to 1 for this build, but do, you know, play with that yourself and take that off. You might find it a little bit better. I've got dirt tyres obviously front and rear. Brake balance remains the same at 0 there. Now ride height I've taken up quite a long way actually to 170, specifically for this course. I find the big jump at the start finish line tends to wipe the car out or flip it over if you're not careful, so that seems to be sort of absorbing the you know, the bumps a little bit better. The natural frequency again I've adjusted there to 1.66 both front and rear. The anti-roll bar is set stiffer on the back at 7 and 5 on the front, just to help it sort of slide around the corners. Again, that's my preference and style. You might want to play with that yourself until you get it right and how, you know, so it feels how you like it to feel. The compression I've left exactly the same, I believe, at 60 and 60, but the rebound has been adjusted to 89. Camber angle on the front there is set to 0.5. and on the rear is 1, and toe angle is out 0.15 and in 0.45 on the rear. Moving down from there, you can't adjust the downforce unfortunately, so that stays exactly as it is. With the differential, I believe I've left this exactly as it was as well, so 10, 40 and 20 both front and rear. But the torque distribution I have there set to 40 on the front and 60 on the back. When it comes to the transmission, all I've done is set it to fully customised, and I've set it to 137. Again, for this course it works perfectly well. That's about the speed you're going to be getting to on the start finish straight. On another course you might want to adjust this so you've got a slightly better top speed. That should be everything you need to get this build going. Equally, like I always say, use these settings as a bit of a base for yourselves. You might want to adjust it just to suit your own style. If this is the first time you've come to the channel or you haven't done so already, please make sure you subscribe. Also, use the comment section to let me know your thoughts on this build, and also if there's anything you'd like to see me doing in the future. And drop me a like, it really helps the videos grow and I really appreciate it when you do. What I'm going to do now is show you the footage of the 3 laps that I did. Stay right until the end and you'll find out exactly what time the 22B set. But I am very hopeful for this one, so fingers crossed, and I'll see you on the next one.